How's it going, everyone? I'm Louis Crypto, and today we have so much news to dive into: the ETH ETF, Bitcoin's huge bullish signal, the ETH ETF scare, and my top picks for the next altcoin season. There is a lot of news to dive into today regarding the Ethereum ETF, so stay tuned. We're going to essentially split it up between the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you haven't already, like the video and subscribe on both social media platforms to stay up to date with all things crypto. Now let's start off with the good. Bitcoin has printed a huge bullish signal that cannot be underestimated. On the daily time frame, Bitcoin has now formed a daily bullish cross. This is a signal to all altcoin holders that this is an optimal entry point going forward for the next altcoin season. What does this bullish cross actually entail? Now, it's all well having a bullish signal on the chart, but unfortunately, it's not going to give you technical targets. The way we can get bullish technical targets is by using the Fibonacci retracement tool. But in actual fact, guys, we are wanting the reversal wave to be created. And that is when we push through the 7/8 fib, which in fact Bitcoin has already done after forming this bullish cross. What is going on right now with Bitcoin is after creating the reversal wave by pushing through $69,700, it is simply retracing to confirm this golden pocket as support. Due to the bullish cross, we expect Bitcoin to find support above the moving averages, as well as being in line with the 0.5 Fibonacci, $64,600. We're not anticipating Bitcoin to fall below this. Check out yesterday's Bitcoin update for more information about that. But as long as 64K holds, we are expecting a new all-time high. In fact, as high as 100K per Bitcoin. This is what the Fibonacci reversal wave entails. What you now need to do with this information is make sure you're packing those altcoin bags, and later on in this video, I'm going to dive into my top picks for the next altcoin run. The next bit of good news was, of course, the Ethereum ETF getting approved. Now, what does this mean going forward? Just after showing you all those bullish factors on Bitcoin, what could make Bitcoin and altcoins move up even quicker is this Ethereum ETF approval. This can act as a catalyst to help all altcoins rise. But again, as Bitcoin is the mothership, we can see it's already on a path to 100K. Now the ETH ETF approval, all it will do is make that journey that much quicker. Up next is the bad news. In fact, guys, the Ethereum ETF was actually pushed back hours, and this scared a whole bunch of the Twitter keyboard warriors. For myself personally, I never let news affect me emotionally, and for that reason, I wasn't too bothered with what was going on. Here are some tweets regarding the ETH ETF scare. The Wolf of Easy Street commented, ETH ETF price action following the playbook of Bitcoin. Crush the longs first and scare the people out of positions, then pump. And again, this is exactly what we saw with the Bitcoin ETF. There was so much news floating about whether it was true or not. In the end, it was true. And that's what led us from 30K all the way up until $70,000. Another post from Hazel Crypto. The SEC has let us down once again. We hate the SEC, and it seems to be mutual. They have delayed their decision to launch a spot Ethereum ETF. Well, we're going down. First of all, I'd say get off the 5-minute time frame like Hazel is doing. All he is doing here is spreading fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And it's just not needed. What you need to do is go and learn the Fibonacci's. The Fibonacci's will tell you all potential scenarios with bearish targets and bullish targets. You will never get caught off guard. If you want me to help you learn the Fibonacci's and the paths and what to expect from it, message me on Twitter. Again, my handle is in the top corner, but if you want to hit a link, it's in the description and pinned comment section below. Message me for some one-to-one mentorship. Again, the link to the website is also down below, whether you want one-to-one mentorship, the ebook, or my Discord community. Now, this is a funny video that I have to share. We can see Vitalik here running home trying to get that approval. Now let's dive into the ugly. Let's look at this tweet from Daniel. He mentions the SEC is incompetent by wrongfully delaying a Bitcoin ETF from almost a decade ago. Now, the reason this is ugly is because we now have seen the ETH ETF has approved. Of course, that is good news. But what are the undertones here? Now, as we all know, ETH ICO was clearly a sale of an unregistered security. And what Daniel is leading on from this point is that everyone knew it was an unregistered security, but as long as you change it and decentralize it before the SEC comes for you, then it's totally fine. And so what he leads on to basically say is that this could happen in the future, maybe even with a meme coin or, another scam coin like a FTX and Terra. And what if that goes ahead and happens again? Now, again, as Daniel mentions, the bright side would be Bitcoin would fall, altcoins would fall in the short term, hurting everyone, but would serve as a good long-term opportunity. Let's now move on to the biggest altcoin season in history. Now, I do believe there are multiple narratives you could be following within this bull market, but here are my top ones. And the reason being is that they have proven to bring the most amount of gains so far in this bull market. Those two narratives being the AI and the RWA narrative. Let's dive into the AI one. So for the AI narrative, I do have a whole bunch of coins. Make sure you actually look out for double narrative or triple narrative coins. These could be some of the best performing for gains up ahead. Here are my top AI coins for this next altcoin season. Now, I would love for you to go ahead and do your own research on these coins, but I do hold all 5 of these. In fact, there are more in my Discord community, but these are 5 are, in my opinion, the top AI coins. We have a whole bunch of different market caps between these 5, but Solidus AI Tech and AGI quite similar. Solidus AI Tech as well as Dilithium AGI have both done a 20x in the space of 3 months from buying it back in December. Vial in the top right corner has also done a 10x. Now let's move over to Open Fabric AI and Orange. Orange is the only Bitcoin native AI token. In fact, it does a whole bunch of things beyond AI. Go check it out. I had to include it as it's a double narrative being AI as well as in the BRC20 narrative. Moving on to Open Fabric, one of the main reasons why I wanted to get some OFN in this dip was mainly because of the amount of partnerships. Of course, we can talk about Nvidia. In fact, they just announced their earnings. But the main reason, beyond the 59 partners that it has, Solidus AI Tech is an investor in Open Fabric. I got into Solidus AI Tech underneath 20 million market cap and saw it rise to a 20x valuation. Now, the same process I'm looking to do once again with Open Fabric, grabbing it around 20 million market cap, looking to do the exact same move in this next altcoin season. Now we will look at the RWA narrative, which really did pick up towards the end of March, where we saw BlackRock and Rio partner up. Rio was a coin that I had already invested in way before any BlackRock mention. It was always one of our top 5 coins. The moment the BlackRock announcement came out, it immediately shot up to our number 1 coin. We had to jump on that train and take advantage of the situation and realize that we need to look beyond just Rio and invest in tiny market cap RWA coins. 3 that we took instant advantage of was MBD, UBXS and BKN, with the performances ranging between 150% to over 500% in a matter of 1 week, guys. It was these exact moves that propped up our accounts during this dip, only seeing a minus 45% at the lowest point of this dip for the Discord's total portfolio. Going into the next altcoin season, I have added WorkX as well as VRD. Please do understand though, if any of these underperform in the next altcoin season, they will just be part of those cryptos that I always axe and sell between every dip. So I'll let the pump finish, see what the result was in terms of percentage gains across all my cryptos, and the underperforming ones I will just move on from and look at new shiny cryptos. This is the same process we use to get into BKN, MBD and UBXS. We had already seen a 10x on Nakamoto Games and Trias Lab, but we decided because they had gone stale, there was FUD on KuCoin, we wanted to take advantage of the RWA narrative, and we sold our Trias and Naka after a 10x. Thank you for the gains, but we moved on, and within the space of 7 days, that 10x turned into 40x because of the cryptos we bought with that money, which were these three exact: BKN, MBD, and UBXS. If you want to follow along with my personal moves, check out the Discord community as I mentioned earlier. But that is it from me today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please don't forget on your way out to follow me on all social media platforms. We're trying to hit 3.5k on Twitter and 10k over here on YouTube. More videos like these will follow, so let me know in the comment section if you did enjoy this new format, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.